Hey, and welcome to the Spitter Swallow Beer Review. I am Jammer, and we are doing Theater of Madness by Flying Monkeys Craft Brewery. It gets a 85 by the BA. It's a 6% ABV, and it's considered a pumpkin beer. Now, this is a carryover from our Falltoberfest. I, I wasn't able to do it in the time frame that I thought I was going to be able to do. And then we entered into the we're doing the Falltoberfest, entered into the Christmas extravaganza, and Shag Dog was adamant about, hey, I don't want any pumpkin beers, I don't want any of those scary beers, I don't want any of that stuff, on the Christmas extravaganza. Christmas in general is a horror film. And the making, when you think about Scrooge and all the different movies, even It's a Wonderful Life is like a version of Scrooge. But anyway, I poured it freaking hard. Boy, look at that head. You ever had a five finger head, a hand head? There you go. I poured it hard. That's because I was irritated with Shag Dog. Anyway, it says now playing a fresh pumpkin lager brewed featuring pureed pumpkin, co starring cinnamon, allspice, and nutmeg, and staged with a creamy dollop of lactose, adding depth to the performance. Flying Monkeys Craft Brewery out of Ontario, Canada. Huh. That's pretty good coming from Ontario. Awesome. And this is really good. See right here. This is what I'm talking about. Let me see if I can't get this close up for y'all to see it. Right there. Right there. If it focuses. Let's see. Focus. It won't focus. Anyway, it's the ingredients. They actually put the ingredients on their can. And it says water, malted barley, pumpkin, hops, yeast, lactose, allspice, cinnamon, and nutmeg. And if they're following the same rules we do here when we're putting our ingredients on a label, you have to do the most dominant or the most prevalent of that ingredient first that's in that product. So, water being the most of the beer is there first, and then malted barley. That would be the next greatest amount in there, and so forth. That means the allspice should come first, the cinnamon, and then the nutmeg. I like that. I would love if our companies here would do that for beer. Unfortunately, they have paid the right people to prevent that from happening. And this beer head is crazy, man. I didn't even pour it really hard. It was just somewhat hard, and I get a freaking whole hand of head. I smell the malted barley, the pumpkin spice. Oh yeah, allspice, cinnamon, lactose there. It actually smells pretty good. Creamy, sweet. Yeah, it smells pretty good. That head is amazing, though. I mean, look at that. That is from a theater of madness for sure. I mean, just look at that. And it's hanging right there on the edge. It hasn't gone over the glass yet, but it's hanging there. Yes, the malts, malted barley, that cinnamon, allspice, nutmegs. It's there. I'm going to try to go ahead and just get rid of some of this head here. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Flying monkeys. Normal is where weird. Normal is weird. Yeah, believe it or not, I feel like normal is like the was it Stepford or Stepford Wives type thing, where people have been brainwashed into believing a certain thing, and no matter what you say to them or what you tell them or show them, they believe what they've been brainwashed into believing. I mean, I can't understand that. Yes, pumpkin lager. This is actually pretty good. It's not as creamy as I would like it to be, but I taste the pumpkin. I taste the allspice, the cinnamon, the nutmeg. I uh, I get the malts, barley and stuff. It's not bad. Actually, I'm surprised by it, pleasantly at that. Um, yeah, almost an herbal flavor to a degree, but it's not like maybe a little glimpse of ginger in there, but that's probably just the flavor of itself, not them adding it to it, but that's the flavor I'm getting out of it. There's a little slight ginger, bitter flavor. Um, but overall, it's um, it's mildly sweet. It's pretty smooth. The flavor is it dissipates, and then as it's dissipating, it lingers on for just a little while, but it slowly just it's like evaporates from you. Overall, it's a pretty decent pumpkin lager. I like it. Um, all right, there's the last of it, and it's probably going to go over the top now. Shit. No, it didn't. Okay. Is this really something I would want to drink a lot of? No. Unfortunately, no. I love the name. I love the fact that their beer company is called Flying Monkeys. It just reminds me of Wizard of Oz and Dorothy and all that. Toto. There's no place like home. I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog too. Yeah. And the trees throwing their own apples at them. You know that is pretty good. Let's see what the pumpkin beer description says here on Beer Advocate. It says nothing says fall like quite like pumpkins and beer. And American craft breweries have done a superb job of combining the two. It's tough to find anything that hasn't been pumpkin spiced, and beers are no different. Pumpkin flavored beers have caught the attention of craft beer and pumpkin lovers everywhere, partially because the flavors can be implemented in several beer styles. Whether you're interested in trying pumpkin amber ales, IPAs, or pumpkin stouts, there are plenty of options from American craft brewers for you to explore. Well, that's wonderful, Beer Advocate. It would have been nice if you gave us a descriptory terminology and phrases of that taste profile to be able to compare to all the ones that are out there. But you didn't. So thanks a lot for nothing. Anyway, I'm in a weird mood. I am. I'm in a weird mood. I'm very kind of, I don't know. It's odd. I kind of like just in a grumpy, grouchy. I don't know. Disappointed. I expect more out of people, companies, and different things, and then I am disappointed on every turn. It's just ridiculous. I don't know if PA Brew News is out there either, because we're not broadcasting on YouTube. So it's been pretty silent with the Facebook one. It just has, you know. That's the great thing and the bad thing about YouTube. There is no contender against YouTube out there. That one, that's the French one. Can't remember the name. Stupid name, anyway. It comes the closest, yet it still falls so very short. I don't see where it would be that difficult to start another video platform up and have it to where it's more of a free speech one. I really don't. What kind of grade would I give this? That's the question, right? Um, Let me give it another sip. You know, I give this a straight up B and a swallow. Straight up B and a swallow. It's all right. It's not nothing spectacular, but it's there, right there where it needs to be. It's got a nice flavor, and yeah, B and a swallow. All right, let me go ahead and finish this up. Supporting malt liquor. Part of my malt liquor group is making comments on malt liquor, and I'm getting these notifications, and I thought it was part of the video that I'm doing, but see, that's the crazy thing. I go into these groups, and I shouldn't tell you all this. All right, I'm going to say it because most likely nobody's going to see this part of the video, especially this far in. I sometimes go into these groups that I'm a part of, malt liquor community and different stuff on Facebook and YouTube and so forth like that. And I'll make comments or I'll post things and everything. But I'll do it on the sly with a different name other than what I have. And nobody will know that it's Jammer from Spitter Swallow Beer Review. And I don't say anything about it. I'm not negative or anything like that, but I will say some stuff just to see what people will say and everything. And I kind of spur certain things on and all that stuff. But the malt liquor community, I have to say, it's amazing that they're a bunch of guys that are obsessed with certain brands and certain ones that they really, really like. And I have to respect that. If you like a brand really well and you enjoy their product, that's where companies fall short. They don't realize how loyal people can be. And then when you break that trust and that bond that you have with that customer can be the most determined not to buy that product ever again. So the whole thing with this Bud Light dilemma that happened not too long ago and Budweiser losing, I'm sure, well over 40% of their market share, or 40% of their sales, I should say. It's because they became out of touch with their core supporters, their core customer. And being that they did that, they lost touch with the whole idea of the brand. They built that brand up in the 90s, 80s, 90s, and now it's nothing like it used to be. I mean, the only problem that I have is that Modelo became the number one beer in America now, and And here's the thing about Modelo, it's owned by the mother company of Budweiser. So the mother company hasn't suffered. Budweiser company has suffered to a degree, but they still haven't suffered because they're under the umbrella of the mother. So if you're going to do a protest and ban on a certain product, make sure you follow through with finding out who owns that company, what other products they make, or other companies they own, and try to avoid those companies as well. Because why would you just turn around and stop drinking Bud Light to pick Modelo? I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense. A lot of froth lacing here. I'm surprised at how much is right there. But then again, it did have a freaking full hand of head there. All right, people. Let's move on. A lot to drink. Not a lot of time. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing, and sharing. Tinkle or jingle the bell. I'm Jammer. This is the Spitter Swallow Beer Review, and we wish you a wondrous, glorious, prosperous, happy new year and new beer. See ya.